Okay, I'm sure you guys are sick and tired of seeing Orange Piccolo runs for my no items in the red zone, so we're going to switch it up just a tad. And we're going to be using the full power / GT hero team. So on this team, a lot of the familiar faces that you're used to seeing in my no item runs for the red zone, but we are kind of getting a little bit freaky deaky and using the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We're running the GT duo, a lot of the units that you haven't seen, you've seen plenty on the channel, but you haven't seen in my recent uploads. So kind of wanted to just take a quick change of pace and try something a little bit different this time around. But BROLY, kind of the idea with him, let's go ahead and pull up the stats so we can talk about it as we are going through this phase. BROLY, I believe, is a 3-phase fight, and we have three separate phases. So we have 3 Bio Warriors, all ranging in different amounts of HP. We have a phase against BROLY, and then we have another phase against Giant BROLY. So Giant, one of the Brolys, it doesn't say here on the statistics for the event, but one of them heals. If I'm not mistaken, it's the 3rd phase. One of them heals. Just know that, right? But in this first phase, we have the STR Bio Warrior, which has 12 million HP, 250,000 attack, and none of these guys can super. But so it doesn't really matter. They all have 50% damage reduction or higher, so 55, 50, 50 for damage reduction, 12 million, 10 million, 8 million HP, and then the attack goes 250,000, 230,000, 210,000. Going from left to right as I'm reading this, we have the int one, and then defense goes 65,000 across the board for them, and then they all have the STR one has 1 attack per turn, the int one has 2 attacks per turn, and then the tech one has 3 attacks per turn. So no supers, nothing like that, no cooldowns. The STR one cannot have his attack or defense lowered. The int one cannot have he cannot be stunned, and then the tech one has a chance to dodge attacks. And the tech one also disables dodge. So AGL UI, unfortunately, my friend, this is not the stage for you because you're type disadvantage and you cannot dodge. So maybe in another life when we when you get your EZA, you might be able to take out Giant BROLY with ease. But for now, you can rest and you can make your epic comeback in about March. So. Or the end of February, whatever the EZAs are for those LRs. But this run, if I remember correctly, it's not hard, but it just takes a while because of the healing. Now, it ended up taking a really long time, but looking at BROLY statistics here, we have 81 million HP, so a lot of HP, 425,000 attack, 181,000 defense, 62% damage reduction, 8 attacks per turn, and then we also have supreme damage on his super attack effect to the enemy, so he can't raise his defense or anything like that, but he does have 1.6 million, or not 1.6, 1,062,000 essentially damage on his super attack. He has a 50% chance to super, and he has one per turn with no cooldown. So like you can see here, no healing on this phase, but there is a Fury meter. That's what it is. Right. So the Fury meter is, and I remember it doesn't, I don't really remember if we even like enable that or not. We'll see. If I remember correctly, that thing doesn't move very much when I'm in this run. Like the Broly run. I'm sure you guys, like I was saying earlier, this is pre-recorded. I recorded this on the 12th, so it's been about a week since I recorded this one, but I just haven't been able to get around to doing commentary on it, but I can now, so that is nice. And that's the beauty of post-commentary, right? We could talk as I'm looking at stats and stuff like that and looking at teams. Again, you could just get away with running the superhero team, but I decided to change it up on this one. Just to get like a little bit of variety, because it's mainly just been Orange Piccolo's world that we've been living in for the last year, which is unfortunate, but it's also just kind of the way things go, right? I'm not gonna like if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Like Orange Piccolo has just been such a chad for us, and I'm not really worried about changing that anytime soon. So, yeah, just looking here, the GT duo, obviously we have their revival if we need it. We have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's. What's funny is that OST just came on, but wait, no, this is Tech Gogeta, right? Yeah, am I tripping? Yeah, this is Tech Gogeta. But Super Saiyan 4s, when they transform, they have their attack break on their 18 key and stuff like that, and then they obviously have their big boy active skill. We have the Oob standby that goes into full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. You guys know how hard that hits. And I believe we do get that KO screen at one point in this video, if I'm not mistaken. So that is pretty satisfying. You guys know I'm a huge fan of that full power Super Saiyan 4 unit. Can they be fraudulent? Absolutely. But are they a lot of fun to use? That can be true as well. So the other integral part of the setup is we also have full, what's it called, 23rd World Tournament Goku. You guys know how valuable he is with his guard, his defensive stacking, just how easy it is to build up. He is just a super safe unit that you can just toss a slot 1 and he's always going to hold it down for you. Unless like the fight is early and they can do a lot of damage and he doesn't guard, which 100% is possible. But I am very confident in, you know, this 23rd World Tournament Goku, especially in this scenario. This is like, this kind of his bread and butter, right? But yeah, you guys can see Broly just healed up 11 million right there. So that's definitely one of the culprits, right? All this healing that he is doing, it's tough to get around just because like all the damage you do is just basically negated. Because like 11 million damage could be all the damage I do in one given turn. And then it's just one heal and then it's basically all gone. So it's like, luckily here we have some type advantage with 23rd World Tournament Goku, but that's not always a guarantee, right? So some attack lowering helps, but that healing does hurt. And then, you know, only 3.2 million right there from Super Saiyan 4 Goku is not the best number in the world, but we'll make it work because that's what the great ones do, right? So 1.3 right there. Again, not great damage. And then we also have our boy Superhero Ultimate Gohan, 8.2, nothing too crazy. I believe in this run he was 90% or 79%, probably 90% because that's where I think that's where he's chilling at right now. So that is pretty good. Almost have the Rainbow Star on that boy, but the difference between 90 and 100% really isn't that substantial aside from just being able to flex it, really. But Ultimate Gohan doing his thing. If he were to take a Beam Super, he'd be able to nullify it. I bet you he doesn't right here, though. Just because it can never be easy with him, but he does take double digits because the Super, there's just no way he's going to be able to do anything with all that. And then the guard. And how could I forget? We also have Kai Goku on the team. So Kai Goku's a gamer. I'm sure you guys know how he operates at this point. Just the only issue with him is he needs to get hit a lot, and I don't have him on like slot 1 on the setup that we're using. So that could get a little problematic, but right here, Super Saiyan 4 Goku's got his damage reduction. Shouldn't be much at all. Yeah, double digits right there. Just easy tank that, take it to the bank, show your mama, do whatever it is that you got to do, right? Nothing we got to worry about there. So this is a good start to this run, 4.9. And really, it's just like, at this point, I'm just waiting to get to this next phase, right? Because it's just like, it just takes so long. Like, with this healing, like you can see, I think we're already on, like, the 3rd or 4th turn here, but he just keeps healing. Like, and this is all we got to do. It's the same song and dance until he's out of health. So, that's basically it with Bio Broly. One of the easier Red Zone stages. Again, the no item one would not be, like, shouldn't be tough for anybody, really. You really could just do like a mono AGL setup or something like that, or like a tech AGL build, and it's going to work out just fine. Because like the tech enemy is hitting for 210,000 in the first phase, right? Like they're hitting like cupcakes. So any type of guard, any type of damage reduction, it doesn't matter. And then you can just go to town on Giant Bio Broly at the end, right? With the type advantage. Because just the tech threat here is non-existent. Like it's there, but it's not a threat, right? If that makes sense. So let us see. I don't recall that we fuse right away. I feel like we would want to wait on that. Because, like, what's the point, right? We might fuse, to be honest. I forget. But I don't really see much purpose in doing that. So it's like, yeah, set up your rotation here. Get the, that was an interesting call. I don't know if I would have done that. Maybe because I was just focusing on the 18 key for both of these units. That'd be my guess. That's like what that's where my mind went. But yeah, like this 11 million heal, like you guys can see, it is tough to get around it. And this is like where having Orange Piccolo or the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta would be really helpful because like he is just healing off all of the damage we're doing at this point. Like it is tough. Like 11 million, that's a tough net, right? Like you're not every turn you're gonna get 11 million damage, right? And when he just heals that right back off, it is tough. So it's not a matter of, like I've said in the video 100 times at this point, it's not that he's hitting too hard. It's not that I can't do damage. It's the fact that the damage that I do just gets erased, right? So it's like, deal damage, get it taken away. Deal damage, get it taken away. And that's what's happening right here in this fight. So you guys are seeing it happen in real time where it's like I'm doing damage, but then I'm just losing it. So that can make things a little bit tricky. But what do you want to do here for me, Kai Goku? Kai Goku, 23rd World Tournament Goku. Yeah, you want to nullify the super. Thank you. So at this point, we're just waiting for the standby and we get the defensive support on you. I would imagine we just use this with you right away. Just to ensure that we have the defensive support that we would need. Because we want to get Super Saiyan 4 full power Goku out as soon as possible. Because that's like a guy you don't mess around with at this point. So getting all these orbs is nice. And now we're already almost up to the full standby for you. So in the next turn, we are guaranteed to have that. So again, you guys can see the 11 million. It's just that 11 million mark. It's like, it's so tough. Because it's like, I do 10 million and then he's like, you know, he's gaining profit off the heals, right, of health. So it's like, it's I don't even know how to put it into words. It's a pain in the ass, really. But boom, 1.9. With the GT Duo only hitting for 1.9, that is not a way to get to net positive in terms of damage dealt. So, gonna make things tricky, but we are cruising through it at this point. Just it's just like a build-up simulator, right? Where we're just trying to get as built up as we can, and then once we get like the Dokkan attack, and we really get like a hard-hitting attack in, we'll really be able to get gaming. So 8.2 mil right there. We'll take the triple super, all that fun stuff. He'll be built up to where we need him to be. And then we have, is it Ultimate Gohan floating? I believe Ultimate Gohan is floating. And so his damage will be respectable. Yeah, 10 million there's not bad. So, you know, Kamehameha, show it to us. Show us what you got. Boom. 5.9, pretty good. No additional super though. So now at this point, I wonder if we've reached the attack, not the attack point, but the threshold for the healing going, like, you know what I mean? So when he does that heal, will we be good? That is where, that is the question that everyone wants to know. The burning question, the $1 million question. So yeah. If we want to help with that, here's one way to do it. Let's bring out Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and let him go to work. I think that's one way that we really can make sure that this heal does not kill us, right? Well, not kill us, but doesn't, like, put us down. Yeah, so now we've kind of gotten a little bit of a chunk out of it, right? So, especially with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's damage coming in here, if we get, like, a triple super or something like that, we're really going to be looking good. So 3 million right there from you. Not terrible. We should be fine right here. We already have his damage reduction and all that, and he got a dodge, so... Shout out to the guys that don't put dodge on him because he needs to dodge, or he needs to be hit to get a standby. Shout out to you guys. Saved us a little bit of damage there. You never know. Yeah, so 5.3 right there on the first super. Yeah, okay, so that helps. And especially considering we're going to have full power Super Saiyan 4 coming out here in a minute to do some damage, that is also going to be very helpful. So 3.7, not bad whatsoever. And then Kai Goku 2.7, whatever. You're just here to not die. That's your job on this team. Just don't die. Yep, you want to go ahead and dodge. Cool. Do what you got to do. But now we have the standby with you, which is obviously going to be helpful as well. So now Super Saiyan 4 full power Goku is coming out, and we got you going. The GT duo's going. And then 23rd World Tournament Goku's been built up a decent bit at this point as well. So the Dokkan attack with this guy is going to be extremely useful. Just because we know that attack stat's going to be north of like 15 to 16 million. It would be closer to like 26, 27 if we had Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta linked with him, but obviously we do not in this case. So we are looking at 18, what does that say, 18 million? Yeah, 18.6, which is really good. I think we missed this last node. No, we do not. Yeah, so an 18.6 million Dokkan attack is really going to help with this guy's healing, because it's like good luck healing this off, right? This is at least going to get a decent chunk out of it, so... Honestly, just looking at this, I'm not sure why the Fury meter's not going at all. Maybe it has something to do with super attacks or crits, but like it just hasn't moved throughout this run. But yeah, 28 million right there. Like, yeah, you can't heal that off. Like, he can't heal that off for 2 turns, right? So that's really going to help, especially on the next turn, because we're going to have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's active skill and whatnot. So that is really going to lend us a hand here. So the GT duo, if they could crit, that would be nice. But again, still doing consistent damage at this point. We've almost got him down to where we need him to be. And that should be all she wrote at this point. But it's just slow, right? That's what's tough about this one. It's like, it's really a test of patience. It's like, if you can get through all this nonsense, you should be looking good. But it is tough because like it's a test in patience, right? Where it's like, oh my God, I'm doing no damage. Please just let me do something. And it's just not letting me do it. It's like, oh yeah, boy, 3.5 million damage right there. Great. And that's obviously not going to do 3 million unless it crits. So yeah, so he'd see it crits and he did 3.5. Yep. So now we have 2 active skills. We have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's and we have Beast. So should be all she wrote. Put him in the middle. Beast's active skill is going to do a little bit, 6.7, and then that should send it home with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So let me know down below what you guys think of the Bio Broly stage. That's it for the red zones. Again, I did Harudegarn first, so when it comes to chronological order, you can always watch them on the playlist. We have all the red zone no item runs. I'll probably separate them into separate ones, but let me know what you think down the stage down below. Let me know, like I said. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you are new, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Dokkan content. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.